This is the 2025 movie titled Sinners, and in this scene, a group of unassuming characters are asking for permission to enter what looks like an olden day tavern.
We hungry as dogs.
Woof, woof.
You wouldn't mind us coming in now, would you?
Now, for some unfortunate and extremely unfair reasons, the owners of this here establishment denied the strangers access to their facilities.
Sounding damn near perfect, and you're saying we ain't welcome.
No, I'm saying you get down that road, you get back into town.
However, this was actually an amazing decision made by the owners because, unknowingly to everyone that was living it up in this juke joint, as well as the owners, they actually dodged a massive problem. See, the thing about these happy-go-lucky hillbillies is that they're actually vampires, and their goal was simple. They are here to do what vampires do.
Yeah, like that. They grab it. Yeah. Man, get the hell off me, man! Hey! Don't you say that!
Now, the only reason these vamps weren't able to go through with their plan is because these are actually the world's most polite vampires. They aren't able to enter rooms that they don't have permission to enter. And this is a fact that gets highlighted throughout the whole entire movie. Whenever you see a vamp, the only way to stay safe against them is to enter any building and deny them access. Here's the thing though, based on the environment that these vamps were operating in, this rule shouldn't be a major setback, but in this movie it is. Still though, from simply studying the environment, we can see that the buildings are hard to come by. I also believe that this movie was set somewhere around the 1930s, which would explain the infrastructure. Speaking of infrastructure, all the buildings are made out of wood. Wood. See, the interesting thing I know about wood is it's flammable, and if the houses are all made out of wood, why couldn't the vampires just light the houses on fire? See, matches are readily available. Just ask the main characters that keep smoking. So lighting a house up shouldn't really be that hard. Plus, if the vampires were to approach their problems with this solution, it would have helped them get to their goals quicker. The vampires would literally pressure the people inside of their homes to make two decisions. Stay inside a soon-to-be wood-burning pizza oven or step outside so the vamps can have a little nibble. It's an ingenious plan, but the problem is, it's also a stupid plan. As simple as this plan seems, the issue with it is, if the vampires were to do this, they would change the pacing of the story. Like, this story is written beautifully as long as the vampires don't have a way to easily win. The people having a means to survive helps to add to the idea that they might find a way to be safe, as well as it helps the story build tension. Another reason is that the vampires in this movie aren't actually stupid. They know that if they were to cause a panic, they would just end up bringing unwanted attention to themselves. So lighting up every home can't be an option. Plus, from the little I could see, it actually seemed like the vamps were trying to add to their numbers. It was rare that the characters that the vamps came across that they got a chance to nibble on didn't also become vamps. But all of this really actually relies on one thing being true. These vamps have to be polite. Here's the other issue. Nowhere in life where vampires have been depicted have they been decent individuals. Every time I've seen vampires, they go out of their way to be problems, and low-key, they give off parasitic vibes. I know that someone is going to mention Twilight, but please, grown-ups are talking. So the concept of vampires not rushing in headfirst to devour any and all is hard to stand behind, but it is the reality of this movie. I do believe, however, that the only reason the vamps didn't enlist extreme problem-solving tactics like what I mentioned is so that they could preserve the story. But that's only my opinion. Why do you think that these vampires were hindered from going apeshit from the start of this movie?